Welcome back, guys. What are we going to do in this episode? Well, we're going to continue the madness that we started in the last episode. That's why I've got Picture Perfect with me.
Thanks.
Because if there's somebody who knows about madness, it's Picture Perfect. I'm seriously thinking that it might be nice to have the agricultural stuff kind of off in satellites. So this is something that I've kind of like just thought of. And I just thought it might be fun to play around. So maybe we get rid of this fencing. I do like it, but I kind of need the path. So what I want a path going along here. And what I'm thinking of is that because I know how much you guys love these suspension bridges. So what I'm thinking is to have something a bit different. Only a little bit different. Now, I want this kind of centered in the middle of these paths. We'll see how that works out. And then platforms stepped forward one on each side. And then one in front sunk back in like that. And then, now, I could go for just 2 platforms like that. Okay. I like the initial arrangement. Now, the bridge, we're going to have an asymmetric bridge, I think. We'll see. We'll see how this looks. Because what I want this to look like, that like this is the main structure and then this is the smaller structure. And the proportions of the larger bridge and the smaller bridge, normally that would look awful. But I think with the larger structure here and the smaller structure here, it actually works. I mean, we'll see. And then I was going to go for kind of an interesting layout of stairs and have the stairs coming down like that there and that there. And just create kind of a bit of interest. And that gives us a place to put some of our agricultural processing buildings, which I think works. Okay, in order to know if this is going to work, I need to develop kind of more of this. So, okay. This is going to be crucial. How this ends up looking is going to be really, really important. Let's demolish this road. Yeah, like that. Now, where does that... That comes out right to the edge, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So, we're going to have to get a block. 1, 2... Yeah, 1, 2. There we go. And then this is going to have to come up. How high? We want it 1 tile down. Yeah. So there. And then we're going to have, where are we? One of these large metal platforms sitting on top of there. Excellent. That's actually in the right place. Staggering, Skye. Well done. Now, my question is, where does this kind of flare out? I'm thinking that it should probably be on this level. It doesn't interfere with the path on that. Does it interfere? No, it doesn't interfere with the path. Okay, well, that works then. And then, so we'd want a similar thing, but I want this to come out to 5. God, this is going to take so much metal. It's going to be ridiculous. We're going to be waiting till Christmas just to produce all the metal that we need. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we going at 5? You're going to have to go, aren't you? Yeah. Get rid of that. In fact, shall I just get rid of them. Throw your filthy stuff out in the street. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be there. That looks like it should be there, but 4, 5, and then another 500 metal. It's kind of crazy how I throw these platforms around. They're damned expensive, but whatevs. Okay, yeah, that is definitely going to need to come out. Another one. Oh man, just this row of platforms, 2,500 metal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to be a bit careful about. I keep trying to put in suspension bridges. Why? I've got suspension bridge sickness. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Well, now this needs to come out as like wings, I think. Yeah, that's where this is kind of sort of headed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm thinking another one there. Or... Now, does it step down? Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. So that's only 4. And then on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how is this? How is this going to end up looking? What am I looking for? You're looking for platforms, Skye. Good Lord. Try and keep it together. Yeah. I could go with that. Now, I do think that this needs to come out on this side, and we need to have a similar satellite on this side. But in order to do that, we are going to have to compromise this staircase, which, to be honest, I don't have a problem with. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So we're going to demolish this staircase all the way around. Don't demolish the mine. That would be bad. Okay, let's get rid of you. Now, if I'm going to get rid of that, do I build this up to give me an extra few tiles? You know, I've got to say, I'm tempted. I'm very, very tempted. Right, if we bring this up to that level. Now, I could have just done pillars in here, but it's like, why? Just fill it in. That's one too high, isn't it? Yes, it is. Get rid of that. Okay, so now I can extend this and have platforms going along here. So how many do we want? 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let me just put in the same thing over here, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, I think that is looking awesome, frankly. Whether I've got enough space and how I'm going to use that space, I don't know. But I am kind of liking how that's going so far. I was just looking at this front part and thinking... I wonder... I'm thinking this has got to come out further. So, let's do it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4... Of course, it's got to be right there, hasn't it? Got to be in the most awkward place. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going at 4, aren't we? Yep. And then the same here. So, 1, 2, 3... Oh, that's 3 wide. So, it would be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And throw in yet another... one of these platforms. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, what I'm thinking is along this back row, because I want pumps. I want these bad water pumps all around here. Okay, we'll see how this looks. This might look terrible. There's a high probability that this could look terrible. What I was thinking was, this is 3 times 5. These are 5 wide, which gives us 15 tiles, which is also divisible by 3. Which gives us an opportunity to do something a little bit different, which might look good, might look absolutely terrible. And one more on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I got that? Well, I'll put the platforms on there and you'll find out whether you've got it right. We're going to use just the regular metal platforms. Aha! This might work. This might work. How does that... I don't know. What do you think? I don't know about... I'm not sure these look good with the large metal platforms. I don't think... honestly, I don't think so. No, I'm gonna replace those. I think this is going to come out one more and have metal platforms. Let me put it in and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, pillars are in. Just got to put the platforms on top. This, I don't know. We'll see. This might be too much, or it might be just right. Oh, I don't think that is too much. I kind of like that. Because what I'm thinking is we're going to have the pumps going in. Let's have a look at the pumps. So we're going to have these reaching down into a pool of this, and I think that having this in like a fairly big pool here is going to make a nice feature and add some needed colour into this. Don't you think? I think so. What was I doing? You should stop digressing, Skye, because you lose the track. Yes, I should. Oh, yeah, I was doing the pumps, wasn't I? Yeah. Okay, so something like that. So now I've got the height for how high this pool needs to be, because it needs to come up to... like there, so that they're touching the surface. Oh yeah. Now, if I have the pool and then I have some dams on the side, So we're only like kind of dipping into it like 2/3 of a tile. That could look great. And then what I'm thinking is like, it's because it's like, what do you need all this space for, Skye? What on earth could you need all this space for? What I want is to have loads of storage and then have loads of this. Where's right? Loads of bad water tanks, and because it should look pretty good. Should we? Well, why don't you put them in, and then we can see if it looks good. Well, yeah, you've got a point. So I'm thinking to have like a whole bunch of these tanks. So like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 across there, and then have the smaller medium tanks. I don't know though, because are these going to look good? I don't know. How would we arrange them? Would I space them out a bit? I'm thinking probably. And then flip these around and do the same kind of thing. Do we want more of the metal tanks? I think we want more of the metal tanks. So I'm thinking large tank there, pointing that direction, I think probably, and then flip that one around. Okay, I think... Now, I'm going to have to do the terraforming, and I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that. Just before I do, I did have the thought. There's only one problem with this bridge design, right? This is a metal bridge, but this one will be a wooden bridge, and that's not going to look good. This is only 3 long, and the metal bridges are 4 and above. But if we get rid of that, and instead of using a 6 and a 3, we use a 5 and a 4, because I can do math. Sometimes. So we throw in a 5 and a 4. Flip you around. So it uses metal. Yeah, it uses metal, so this will be a metal bridge. Does it still look okay is the question. Actually, it doesn't have the height difference that I would have liked, but it's okay. I must admit, I like this one better, but it needs to be metal. It won't look good unless it's metal. So get it replaced, Skye, and just move on. Move on. Accept the loss and move on. Yeah, no, right. Flip you around, boom, in it goes. Okay. Yeah, now I'll get on with this. Right, I've put the back wall in, and the creative juices are starting to flow. That's at the right height, so we're just going like up 1 on the bottom of the pipe. Yeah, okay. Because initially I was thinking, how can I do this without putting in like just a boring square shape? But actually, this kind of lends itself to a boring straight shape, with one exception. So what I'm going to do, I think we'll have the runoff over here. So we'll put in, probably only need a couple of tiles. We only need a couple of tiles for the dams. Obviously I'll fill that in eventually. Then this will come across here. Why am I doing it like that? You know what? I can turn the tiles around later. This is just sketching it out. Come here. So we're up at that level. And then now at the front, let's see. I kind of need to put this in, so I've got a bit of a guide. Let's put this in. You could have turned it round now, Skye. Yeah, I know. But I'm so focused on this. So it's going to come out to there. I'm thinking we want to come out. I'm going to eat into this forest a little bit because I want to come out a couple and then have the wall is what I was thinking. And then again, I want to come out a couple, then have the wall. Maybe turn it around, Skye, this time. Yeah, that's an idea. And then have it. And I'm just thinking of indenting it slightly. Not a lot. Good Lord, you sound like Paul Daniels. Not a lot. Do I want to come in 3 there or 2? Because I'm too wide. 2 tiles wide. I'm not too wide. 2 tiles wide on each side of that platform, aren't I? Yeah. Do I want to go back there? I think I probably want to go back 4, don't I? Yeah, I think I do. Well, for a first shot, that's not looking too bad. But I don't think this notch, if you look, the proportions are just not right because it's only 1 tile away from these pipes. So I think this notch needs to come in at least 1. The other thing is I want to be able to see the color. That's going to be important. And like, I want to be able to see it from pretty much anywhere. So I am thinking this needs to come in like 2. So I think that's what we'll do. Let's throw this in and we'll have a look. So actually, you know what? I think we want to be in between the two. I think we want the wall in there. Let me put it in. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, I like it. Okay. What I'm going to need to do is get this part built first. So let's prioritize getting this wall built. We'll do it on both sides, I guess. I'm going to have to do some scaffolding to get them building that. The reason why I want to do that is to block off this water channel, and then I guess I'll rip out this dam. Okay, up here. Let's have a little bit of a recap. So we're on cycle 84, day 17. We've got we've got a drought in progress, which is kind of perfect. Metal is what I'm interested in. We currently have just under 600 metal. If we look down here, we've built up a stock of 600 scrap. So we are actually producing more scrap than we're turning into metal. And boy, do we need a lot of metal to build all of this. So I'm thinking we can actually support at least 1, probably 2 more smelters up here. Now, we do have a little bit of smelter-sized space there. And similarly on this end. So what I'm going to have to do is move these number crunchers over and put these in here. Now I am thinking, because I've been looking at this, and several of you guys have commented that this is a little bit flat. So I'm thinking that this is going to get redeveloped over time. I think these might go up at least 1 level, but you know what? We'll see about that. So I'm just gonna rip these out and put in the extra smelter on each end, and then I'll put all this back in and reconnect everything and do all that stuff. So rip that out. Come on, go away. There we go. Rip that out, and then 2 more smelters. What do I want? Metal and smelters. So extra smelter goes in there. Extra smelter. Oh, try again. Extra smelter goes in there. Okay. Now my only issue with this is I don't really like the control towers with the smokestack like kind of in front. So I may have to come up with something different for the control towers, but that's kind of a minor detail. Let me get the rest of it put in and let's start building this. Well, the terraformers are getting straight to work. It does help that we've got this right here. Although obviously that's going to have to get moved at some point, but that's providing us with dirt, which is very handy. How deep is this going to be? That's a very good question. I want it at least 4 tiles deep. Why do you want it 4 tiles deep, Skye? Because look at the different colours that you get. And I kind of want this deep colour here. I mean, I do kind of like the lighter colour. But I think I want this deep colour. So I think I'm going to go with it 4 tiles deep. If I look at it after it's done and say, it's a bit dark, I'd like it a bit redder, then I can always like just fill in a tile. This could look quite good when it's finished. Oh, now one other thing. At the moment, this bad water is running along here, but you'll notice that there's no contamination up here. Well, why is that? Well, because the contamination only spreads a certain distance, and because it's so high, this wall, there's no contamination up here. Down here, we've got contamination. But if I lift this up to this kind of level, we'd get contamination here. Oh, well, that's a problem, isn't it? Yes, it is. And that is the point where we're going to use the barrier. Now, where the hell, here it is. The irrigation barrier stops soil irrigation and contamination from spreading beneath it. Awesome sauce. So what we want to do is grab this and, well, I'll just throw a chunk in along here. Yes, please. And we'll see what that looks like when it gets built. Now, you can't build on top of this, but you can put platforms on top of it and then build on the platforms. Now, how am I going to get these pillars built? Well, the ones inside, I think I'm going to have to build some scaffolding. But these ones, I think we can get those done with a bridge. Oh, there's going to be so many pictures. There's going to be so many people so happy at this moment. They're going to be, he's building a bridge. He's building a bridge. Let's throw a bridge in there. Okay, now let's have a look at our metal situation. We currently have like 12 metal. And what do we need? We need, let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 47 million. We need 47 million metal right now. So I'm thinking we need to bring in more scrap metal. So we need another mine. And we need to get these smelting factories turned on. Right, well, there are 2 places that we can get metal. Not metal, but you know what I mean. The scrap metal. We can either use this one over here, which is probably closest to here, or we can use this one over here, which is buried underneath all of the nasty bad water, and I'd have to build like a dam. And now I could scavenge some, but I haven't decided whether I want to leave this as a bit of a feature for the time being. There is metal here as well that we could just like scavenge. But really, I'd like to get another mine set up. And it's such a long way away from anything, though. Well, why don't you set up a separate district for it, Skye? Yeah, I know, I could. Shall I? Shall I do it? Go on, then. You've no idea how much I hate setting up separate districts, but I'll do it. What are we going to put in? We're going to put in an efficient mine. Flip it around, I guess, point it in that direction. Yeah. And then I'm going to have to build paths and stairs and stuff to get to it. Put in a district crossing, I don't know, somewhere. And then you've got to ship stuff backwards and forwards. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But how about, picture, here's a suggestion. You tell me perhaps what I should do is stop whining like a little girl, right? And just get on with it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, the bridge worked. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. Oh, hello. Drought approaching in 3 days. Do we care? No, we don't. Because we're freaking awesome beavers and we've got massive waterfalls and all kinds of stuff going on. So we don't worry about pathetic little droughts. Have I just jinxed myself? I kind of feel like I have. Right, let's... I'm going to have to do this myself. You know, I'm just going to put all these other bridges in because they're exactly the same as the other one. So I don't think you're really going to be that interested. There we go. All the bridges. And we'll... You know, as soon as I said they won't be interested,
yeah,
I just imagined a small collection of bridge fanatics. Like, they've probably got a little club,
yeah,
like in a basement somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And they get together, and I can just imagine them screaming at that moment. No, we want to see the bridges. Show us the bridges, please. You've hardly shown us a bridge the entire series. Oh, dear. I love those bridge guys. They're awesome. They're awesome. And look, they're getting built. See, you've seen 2 of them built. Oh, they'll be so happy. They'll be so happy. That was the best episode ever. Saw 2 bridges get built. So for the other pillars, I'm just going to put in a scaffolding like this, I think. Now, at what point am I going to seal this off is the question. Yeah, it's a very good question, actually. So, like, do I have this kind of going across here? Yeah, I think I probably do. Just have the scaffolding going round. And the same on this side, I suppose. Yeah, why wouldn't you? So that comes across, and then they can get that one done as well. I think they can do it from the corner, so that should be fine the way it is. Let's throw... Don't demolish it, you lemon brain. The hell? So I've just got this... I think it's like an innate desire to destroy. That makes me reach for the demolish tool every time. So I need to put in a past. Kill, destroy. I think maybe we should like do something about this, because like whatever I do here, it's going to take time to like dry out and get rid of the bad water. I mean, I could pump it out, I suppose, but I don't really want to do that. What would I do? How am I going to do this with terrain, or am I going to do it with levees? I'm kind of thinking to do it with levees. So let's see. We don't need a particularly wide channel, do we? No, we don't. So we could just bring this down like this and just build around it like that. What? And then just take it straight out and then replace these with levees. That would do the job, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think so. All right, well, that's what we'll do then. So we'll have levees going around here like that. And then do I just demolish this? Yes, you just demolish it because it's fine. It doesn't matter. Right, get rid of that. Which lets a whole load of this water out to begin with, which is no bad thing. And then you want to build a levee there. So this, yeah, and then fill this in last when this is all hopefully run out. Yeah, that would work. What do we want? Levee goes in there. Just need to put a path along it so that they build it. Yeah, because what you really need now, Skye, is a lot more building work. Because you've hardly got any. Hardly any building work at all. Yeah, right. Look at it. I tell you what, look at this though picture. Look at that from a distance. It's actually pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm liking it. Floating city. Well, the bridges are all built and have all built all their platform, or well, no, their pillars. They built their pillars, and they're starting to work on the platforms. They're building this one here at the moment because I've got that one prioritized. I've also put stairs in at either end, and I've removed the barriers from the top of the outer walls. I've still got them on the inner walls, and you can see I've built a platform over this one, so that we can have paths running around the outside. And yeah, they're getting on with it. They're getting on with it. It's all being slowed down by getting this mine built, which they've now built. Hooray! So they've built this, and we've got treated planks, which they filled up. Nice. We've got dynamite, and we've got scrap metal that's going to be going out. What I have to decide now is either I have beavers, in which case I've got to get food and water and stuff over here, or I have to have bots, and then I need power to recharge them, which is also an issue. But I suppose the easiest way to do it would be to put in an engine over here. Like, I mean, yes, could I run a power line over here? God, I suppose. I mean, I could run a power line like all the way over here. And would I be better off just putting an engine in and having some recharging stations and just put some bots in here? I'm starting to think that that's probably the best way to go. I'm just waiting on this last bit of dynamite to get laid, which hopefully should get laid any minute. And I'm putting in a ladder to give us access down to this area. Because as soon as they... Oh, here they go. You going to do it? Maybe. In his own time. He's hungry and thirsty. He's working very, very slowly. There we go. Right, I can blow these. Right, we now have a channel for the water to go out. District crossing goes in there. Yes, please. All right, cool. Awesome sauce. How many people do we need? We need 17 bots here. Let's at least get that set up. So minimum bots. Let's get that set to 17. Get people over here. Get people working. And we'll see. Awesome. So let's go over here. And we'll turn on all of our smelters. 4 and 5. I think what I might do... Just to help with this process. We're filling all of this in. But maybe we just close this for a while. I think that might be a smart idea. Has the water stopped flowing? Yeah, see, the water stops flowing instantly. And then I can actually start filling this in, can't I? Yes, I can. Which is going to speed things up a bit. So we want to come all the way out to there, don't we? Yep. And the next layer... like that, and then I can fill this in and push all the water out. Oh, it's actually gone. Okay, well, that makes life really easy then. Fill all that in and that in, and then, yeah, they can start building this wall. Okay, I was trying to avoid this, but as much as I've tried to ignore it, I can't. These bridges look god-awful. Like on the edge like this. I really, really don't like it. Well, they should be in the center of the platforms. So, I'm going to do it. I got to say, I'm not happy about this, like in the slightest. So that's going to go there. This one flipped around is going to go there, and it will look a million times better. Yeah, I mean, it really looks a million times better. So we'll get rid of this offensive bridge here. There we go. Get rid of that. And of course, it puts this stuff over here where I can't access it. That's handy. But it means I'm going to have to redo this and move this over one, which I don't know how this is going to work out, but I guess I will figure it out. The last couple of bits of barrier, there's one there, and then there's a few over there, are going in. So I think we can open this up and let this fill up now. I'm kind of wondering how long it's going to take to fill up. Probably less time than I think it's going to take. I toggled the water off for some reason. All right, well, we'll let that fill in, and we'll see what that looks like when it's all full. And the pool is full. How does it look? And the answer is, I think it looks pretty great. I like that a lot. Hell yeah. Awesome. So, I mean, at this point, I think it's just a case of letting them produce enough metal to get all those platforms built. We seem to be going okay here now. I've put in some storage so that these guys can just dump this stuff into here, and then our haulers can come over and actually pick it up and take it. You can see, because they're highlighted in blue, these guys are just dumping it into here. Well, it's cycle 90, day 20. Things have moved on a lot. All of the metal platforms are now built. It took a while, but boy, was it worth waiting for. And they're now putting in the buildings on top. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like when we've got all the pumps and everything in. I think it could look pretty good. That's all the pumps completed now, and all the storage is starting to pop up. Wow, that's happening pretty quickly. And they've done it. They've completed it. All of the buildings are in. How does it look? And the answer is, I think it looks pretty good. I'm not 100% convinced about these wooden barrels, because it's all kind of metal. And then you've got these wooden barrels. I'm not sure. They may grow on me. They may get replaced, and we go with all large barrels, because, I mean, they're only there for the visuals. So I could replace them. I mean, we could even have pumps on the other side if we wanted to, which could look good. I think if we put pumps on the other side, though, this would have to come out 1 or 2 tiles for the extra room. But generally speaking, I mean, I love these wings, these extensions, and the bridges. I think the bridges look awesome. I mean, you get a good bridge in a good place, and wow, they do look pretty spectacular. And the fact that they're centered now. I mean, when it was on the front, no, but when it's there, oh hell yeah. Now, looking at this, I'm now thinking this is going to need some work to it just needs, I don't know, something. It just needs something. But yeah, generally speaking, very happy with the direction that this is going in. Next episode, we are going to be working on, I think, the agriculture. We're going to have to turn this into its own district, obviously. We need to get all of these buildings placed, all of the crops planted, farmhouses, all of the support stuff. I mean, haulers. We're going to need a lot of haulers to make this work. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting episode. You don't want to miss that. Picture, do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. Leave another one. I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.